must have heard about the 50-30-20 rule. It is something that you can do to manage your money. It's kind of one of those money rules. Are you prepared to see your finances increase this year? Would you be intrigued if I told you there's a way to expand your cash massively this year? If you think so, watch the full video because we will be discussing a great guideline that will enable you to reach your financial objectives for the year or even in the coming years. We are talking about the 50-30-20 budget rule today. I'm sure that you've heard or have perhaps even encountered this rule before, and you may be even familiar with some of its details. But in today's video, we will be going through the specifics of this budget guideline down to the very last detail, including how to use it and what not to do to help you reach your financial objectives. One of the most excellent and widely used tools for those who don't have time to watch every dollar they spend but want a simple approach to manage their spending, save money, and control their finances is the 50-30-20 rule. This is how the rule operates. You must categorize your expenses into 3 groups. Number 1, what you need. Number 2, what you desire. These aren't necessarily necessities. And number 3, your debt or savings. I want you to say hi to John so we can use him as an example to show how this rule works. John is a typical man who earns $4,500 every month after taxes. John will have to distribute his funds by the 50-30-20 guideline. He will allocate 50% of his income, or $2,250, towards his requirements, 30%, or $1,350, towards his wants, and 20%, or $900, towards his savings or debt repayment if he has any. Like John, you will also need to divide your money into various categories. Simple, huh? But let's take a closer look at it. Step 1. Limiting your needs is the first step. Needs are items you cannot live without. These include necessities like housing, healthcare, transportation, utilities, food, some debt repayment, and the very minimum in terms of clothing, footwear, and other fundamental necessities. Only put goods in this category that you cannot live without. This will be the perfect moment to make a budget if you don't already have one. Analyze your monthly salary expenditures in this category very carefully. According to financial experts Warren and Tyagi, if this category makes up more than 50% of your monthly income, there may be a problem. But don't become alarmed if you spend more than half of your income on necessities. All you have to do is thoroughly review your monthly expenditures. A good rule of thumb is to keep track of your spending to see where your money is going. Once you know where your money is going, you may change your demands by limiting superfluous expenses or looking for the less expensive options. You can move on to the following level once your budget reaches the 50% cap. Step 2. Identify your wants now. Now you might think spending 30% of your take-home pay on your wants is a lot of money. You might be thinking of a lovely pair of shoes or the newest iPhone just introduced. Even if all those things are beautiful, we are not discussing purchasing your greatest aspirations. We refer to expenses you can choose not to pay for as wants, but doing without them would make life a little bit more difficult. Your life won't be difficult without that new phone, but communicating without a mobile data plan can be challenging. Things like your internet plan, data plans, home cable bills, repairs to your car that are structural and not merely cosmetic, and so forth should go under this category. I bet you that you get it for the most part now. It might be challenging to distinguish between needs and wants at times. However, the general rule of thumb for determining a want is to ask yourself if you can live without it. If you can, it's probably a want. Step 3. And the last step, all you have to do is save up. If any, savings and debt repayment should receive 20% of your earnings. This money can be used for protection, investing, a down payment on a property, or an emergency fund. To retire. You can add more money from your desires list to this account if you feel that 20% is insufficient. Let's now discuss the many kinds of debt that fall under the 20% group. Only obligations that demand more than the minimum payment should be included in this category. This category should include extra mortgage or credit card payments to help you pay off your obligations faster. The necessities group should unquestionably receive the minimum debt payments. The justification for this is that the minimum payments are necessary and that skipping them will negatively impact your credit rating, which is something you just cannot tolerate. The 50-30-20 budgeting rule is fantastic because it makes it simple to keep track of your spending. Only 3 categories create an easy-to-follow structure that aids concentration and better money management. Because it is less detailed, it is perfect for people with busy schedules and little free time during the day. The rule works nicely for the lowest income groups between $100 and $6,000. However, it is not the best option for people with high incomes because they would be obliged to spend extra money on necessities. Many people can get their finances in order using the 50-30-20 guideline. This rule is embraced by so many financial professionals. Many people in dire financial straits have emerged from them just by paying attention to this instruction. I mean, if you use it right away, you could join them as well. Saving is challenging. We all know that. And life frequently presents us with unforeseen costs. Individuals have a plan for managing their after-tax income by adhering to the 50-20-30 guidelines. Suppose they discover that they spend more than 20% of their income on wants. In that case, they can identify strategies to lower those costs so that money can be allocated to more crucial areas such as retirement and emergency funds. Although we don't advise you to live like a Spartan, life should still be enjoyed. Setting a plan and carrying it out will enable you to pay for your expenditures and save for retirement while also engaging in the moment and activities that bring you joy. And that is all for now, guys. We sincerely hope you liked this video. Hey, if you're still here, you must have liked it, right? Don't forget to hit that like button, share it to your friends or family, and subscribe for more upcoming videos as helpful as this one. Bye bye for now.